say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take a shot right away, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's caught. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Fields rolling to his left. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Give him 9 on the keeper there, and it'll leave him with a second and just a few inches. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He's got his tight end long. Touchdown, Miami. Hunter Long, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do, pull it high, go deep. Singles.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Dolphins 21, Bears 0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Off the option, here's Montgomery. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 15. 1st down, Miami.
21-0 our score after 1.
Bears nothing.
Right back to him on 1st down. He's to the 10, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. On 2nd and 9, Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way 36-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. You ain't got nothing. You ain't.
This is Scarborough. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 59 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg. Russo. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Third and 2, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Grant. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
58, right over there. Yeah.
From the gun on 3rd down, Russo. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for it.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Second and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a solid run down inside the 30.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
It's just me and you.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it is 42-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Fields on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and...
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing Jones. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. Now Jones. Caught by Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. This one swung out to Montgomery. And they'll get this down to the 10.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Switch. Watch twist.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to make things a bit more respectable. Santos able to tack on the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. Off the play fake. Russo. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Escaping the pressure right. That throw complete to his tight end Long. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but and a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to them here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a 2nd down and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check right.
Hands it off out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on 3rd down. Russo, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Tight end's right. Hey, we got 3 down.
From the gun, Jones. And here he's got Graham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Jones. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.